Hey guys, Andrew Strout. I'm here in the sideboard with John Kassari. How's it going today, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Cool. John is playing Bant Control today. It's a deck he has kind of been known for here on the West Coast over the last couple of years. Tell me a little about this deck and why you decided to play it.
I've been playing it for around 2 to 3 years, just for Standard in general. I played it at the Las Vegas Invitational. Originally I had Fog in the main deck, and I'm kind of notorious for playing that card, but with the new meta, it hasn't been as impressive as it was in the past.
All right, so cut the Fogs. Yeah, you and I actually played fairly late on day 2 of that tournament. You got me real good with Fog. Today you are not playing Fog. You actually have some new additions from Born of the Gods. You have 3 Courser of Krufix and 2 Kiora, the Crashing Wave. Those cards kind of work together. They have some nice synergies between the two of them, but they're also just workhorses in general. Tell me a little about how those have been for you today, and sell me on them.
Yeah. Courser of Krufix in a control deck is probably your best friend because you're hitting your land drops nearly every time. Same with Kiora in a sense, and surprisingly they're like a combo together. Because if the top card isn't a land, well, you get to -1 Kiora, and then hopefully the next card on top of your library is a land, and you kind of ramp out, and that's kind of my style of play, I would say. I love to ramp, and Courser is awesome because just alone, each of them are awesome alone. Krufix, I would say, is a threat on its own because you need to hit your land drops, and they like mono black is most likely going to use their Hero's Downfall on him.
Sure.
Like he's his own like planeswalker, I would say.
It's like a must-answer threat that you use to draw their Hero's Downfalls or Detention Spheres so that you can keep Jace or Kiora.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And also the dual lands, it kind of cancels it out just a little bit, like a fraction.
Fair enough.
On the early turns.
So you
recover that life.
Okay, you shock yourself, but then you get the life back.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and then of course it's very good with the Scry lands as well. Which
oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, and now this is a card. It's not a new card, but I did not see you play it in Las Vegas. I don't know if it's a new edition or not. It definitely piqued my interest. You have 2 Plasma Capture.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Plasm Capture.
Plasm Capture, yeah.
How's that been for you?
I love that card. It's so awesome in this deck. You can play it on turn 3 if you turn to Sylvan Caryatid. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I can play it now in this meta is because the lands. You just got the 5 temples that I use, the green-white and then the blue-white. Okay. So every land produces a mana that can cast Plasma Capture. So.
Right. We were talking about new additions from Born of the Gods, and you actually said earlier that you thought probably the most important addition to this deck from Born of the Gods were the new temples.
Yes,
the blue-white temple and the green-white temple.
Definitely.
Okay, I can see that. Tell me a little about this deck's matchups. This is kind of an archetype a lot of people aren't familiar with. What are you hoping to play against when you're playing this deck?
I'm hoping to play against mono blue, which I haven't seen too much yet. I haven't lost to it really. Maybe once or twice, but I play enough, and that matchup's like really good. And same with mono black, I would say, because of Krufix and Kiora, like it just adds more threats, and they can only play 4 Heroes Downfall. So like eventually you're gonna play an Elspeth, and they're not gonna be able to answer.
All right, so you can kind of overwhelm their answers. All right, so what's your worst matchup? What are you really dreading?
Today I lost to Burn, red-white Burn. It was a close matchup because, like in game 2, I get Archangel Thune and what's that enchantment called? The 2-mana one?
2-mana enchantment in the board.
I'm so bad with names.
Blind Obedience.
Yeah, okay. Blind Obedience. That card's really good against the haste creatures, and you get some value with other cards you play.
So you have some life gain post board. And of course you have the 4 Revelations in the main as well.
The real reason why I lost that match is because I Sphinx for 4 and they have main deck Skullcrack.
Sure.
So I was devastated by that.
Yeah, Skullcrack does seem very good against you for sure. You have like Planeswalkers that can be killed with it. You have a lot of life gain that can be turned around with it. I can see that being tough. Let's take a look at the board real quick. You were quick to point out that you have 3 Mistcutter Hydra in the board. You said that's one of the biggest reasons that you have been playing Bant instead of things like Esper or straight blue-white.
Yes.
You also have 3 Archangel of Thune and 2 Aetherling to go with your 1 Aetherling in the main. So you actually have 8 creatures in the board, all of which can win a game by themselves in the right post board spot.
Right.
So is that kind of it's a key component of your board?
Yeah,
your
against
post-board
different
plan?
matchups, like I would say the Hydras become a lot better against obviously mono blue. It's like they can't really answer it, and then against the control decks, like especially blue white, they end up boarding out all their Supreme Verdicts, and you kind of get them because. I mean, they still have Elspeth as an out, but they have less outs,
Sure.
I would say. And for Archangel, I would say is awesome against like the red-green monster deck, because like the blue-white matchup, they have to sideboard like really awkwardly, where they keep in like Mizium Mortars just to like answer.
You have core serve prefix, so they have to keep some in, but the card's not good.
Yeah, exactly.
Generally, but then you kind of overload it.
Yeah, so
Sure.
it's,
Okay.
the sideboard, like to sideboard against this deck, you can kind of like play around to your favor in some matchups.
Yeah, you can be the aggressor by jamming a bunch of creatures,
Yes.
or you can go back to being the Planeswalker Sphinx's Revelation control deck, depending on what you expect to see. Yeah, it seems like a solid, flexible plan there. We just finished round 5, is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so and you are 4-1.
Yep.
What all have you played against today?
First round, red, white, burn, and that's my loss.
That was your loss.
Second round, I played against red, green, monster. Or no, it's Jund monsters. So they had Dreadbore, which is a little bit difficult. But third round, I played against humans, Esper humans, and then I played against green, white, your deck.
Okay, all right.
And then the last round, I played against. I don't know, it was black, white, red.
White, black, red. Yeah, I put that one on camera. I remember that. Okay, cool. So you're 4-1. We are, I guess, halfway done with the tournament. So you're not quite within sniffing distance yet, but you've covered some good ground. I'll be rooting for you.
Thanks.
Good luck the rest of the day, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Stick around. We will be bringing you guys more coverage of the Standard Open here in Los Angeles.